This is 1,000 yen at the 100 yen store. Heart-shaped corn cushions. Quite like that. It's too much choice. Hang on, what's going on here? I think I might just buy them regardless whether it's Valentine's Day or not. Okay, so on this particular visit to the 100 yen store, we've focused on souvenirs and stationery. Why souvenirs and why stationery? Souvenirs because obviously the giving and receiving of souvenirs, or omiyage in Japanese, is a big part of Japanese culture. Now, I would never recommend gifting your Japanese colleagues at work, say, souvenirs from a 100 yen store. But if you are sending stuff back home, if you're going home for Christmas maybe, or if you're in Japan traveling and you're going to bring some souvenirs back home with you, then going to a 100 yen store is a great place to do your shopping. A, because it's cheap, and B, because there's tons of weird kind of Japanese novelty in there. Of course, with souvenirs from a 100 yen store, you're not going to get the quality, but you are going to get the novelty. As for stationery, well, Japan is awesome at doing stationery. I've got friends and family back home who just can't get enough of Japanese stationery. So it makes for a great crossover souvenir item as well. In the 100 yen stores, in most 100 yen stores in Japan, you can find tons of stationery items. It doesn't have to be all novelty and quirky and weird. There's loads of practical stuff in there as well. But you can also blend the novelty with the practicality as well in a 100 yen store. Anyway, let's check out what we've got. First up on our list, let's just jump in here. Okay, I've gone with souvenir on this particular occasion. This is a gunyu egg, and I think I just was drawn to this because it just looks disgusting, really. It's actually like a sort of stress relief aid, you know, it's one of those things that you squeeze. But with the egg, the part of the shell is kind of cracked open and you can actually see the yolk in there. And they've got this rather disturbing picture of a baby chick next to it. And I just thought, you know what, this is just, well, quintessentially weird, really, and slightly disturbing. We'll take a closer look at this later on. Up next. Bath bombs. Now, I've got a mate back home whose kids love these bath bombs. I'm not sure how familiar you are with these things. Essentially, you just chuck them in a bath, they kind of fizz around, maybe a toy pops out. Actually, you can get all kinds of really cool themed ones in the 100 yen store that we went to on this occasion. You know, characters from various, from famous manga and anime. The instructions are in Japanese. Now, I don't know how you feel about kind of chucking substances into a bath and then having your kids bathe in it afterwards. So if you can't read Japanese, maybe you might want to tread carefully with this or find somebody who can read Japanese to explain it to you. Anyway, we'll check this out later and see what happens. Up next. Okay, stationery, correction tape. Now, obviously, in this era of doing things online and on computers and apps and all this sort of business, perhaps the days of correction tape are numbered. However, when you see a correction tape for as cheap as 100 yen, dressed up as a kind of mummy, well, I was drawn to it. Yeah, practical and novelty, souvenir and stationery, all in one, perfect. We'll check this out in a bit. Up next. We're staying with the stationery. Doesn't look like stationery from afar, but this is actually a collection of like sticky memo notes, I think. Without opening it, I can't be 100% sure, but I think it's going to be sort of like a sticky memo note thing. And this is in the design of ramen. In the store that we went to, they had a number of different designs. I think there was curry in there, maybe okonomiyaki, I think. I think I saw some biscuits as well. Up next, More stationery. Now, at first glance, this just looks like your average run-of-the-mill mundane pencil case. And for the most part, it actually is, but it's a classic case of English. The strange way that Japanese marketers sometimes use English. On this occasion, we've got a pencil case which on it is read, develop a cozy relationship, majestic. Nonsense English, and quite what it's doing on a pencil case, I have no idea. But still, I think that would cheer me up, reading that of a sorry Monday morning in the office maybe. And also like the name of the pencil case itself, dark chic. Brilliant. Okay, next up, more novelty, more souvenir really. This is a toast deco stamp. I have no idea how this is going to work, but it's going to somehow create a nice stamp on our toast. Now, despite this being Japan and the traditional breakfast being sort of miso soup, fish and rice, actually most working people are still limited to toast of a morning. Perhaps they can brighten up their day using one of these deco stamps. We'll check this out later. Now, of course, I mentioned earlier that there's loads of just, brutally practical stationery items available in a 100 yen store, but you can also jazz them up a bit with a bit of theme. So this is a pen and it's in the shape of an express train. I think it's going to light up as well. Winning. Masking tape or duct tape. The thing about this is masking tape, duct tape, various kinds of tapes, they've undergone something of a boom in recent years in Japan. If you go to more sort of, shall we say, higher end Zaka stores, stationery stores in Japan, you'll see shelves full of this sort of stuff. Decorative tapes, which in Japan are used, they come in various widths, and they're used on some occasions to actually decorate walls, decorate items of furniture, decorate gift boxes, that kind of thing. They come in all kinds of designs. In the 100 yen store, design-wise, you're actually a little bit limited. If you really want, the really nice, tasteful designs, you'd perhaps better dig a bit deeper into your wallet and go to another of the more sort of high-end stationery stores that you can find in Japan. But on this occasion, the 100 yen store will suffice. Final item, a classic. Going back to the good old days of Japan, before we had game consoles and apps and smartphones and all this sort of nonsense, they used to play with toys like this. In fact, they still do to a certain extent. If you go to work in perhaps one of the public schools in Japan at sort of elementary school level, you might find that the kids at school, as part of their after-school clubs, which include things like soccer and baseball, these kind of things, you might also find that your school has something called maybe like a mukashi osobi, like a old school play, if you like, where they basically play with old toys, like spinning tops. This one here, which is called kendama. So here it is then, our 1,000 yen at the 100 yen store haul for souvenirs and stationery. Now, you may have noticed there's only 9 items in here. Yeah, despite the name being the 100 yen store, with tax involved, each item at the base level price is actually 110 yen. All the items that you've seen in this video were 110 yen. So we paid a total of 990 yen for this lot. Now, if 9 is a number that you don't particularly like and you want to round it up to a nice even 10, you may have seen the notebook that we used earlier in this video, which also came from the 100 yen store. So that's it, our haul, 1,000 yen at the 100 yen store for souvenirs and stationery. Seeing anything you like here? Where do you go shopping for your souvenirs and stationery in Japan? Let us know in the comments below. In the meantime, hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, definitely subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.